and then space creation for interaction, community development. And so this book for us is very important to next stage collaboration with the Fowler Center on how a concept can build into a prototype of expressions. And people can learn and continue to practice and supported by infrastructure and could actually live a community like that. So we're building such a prototype, and then we'll be finishing end of this year. So we'll be actually using the results of our research before the book is actually going to be published.
And you know, just to add one thought to it, I think there's an enormous amount of lived experience coming from Fred in his life, and we want to document some of that. And then we want to also take a lot of the work that was shown over the last couple of days here as some of it is what I would call supporting evidence for this vision of flourishing enterprise based on a new consciousness. But the research that Joe and Ignacio and Gareth, who's going to represent some of the work he's doing as well, is going to provide the kind of intellectual scaffolding, the scholarship that is required to get this out into a wider marketplace. And so, while I think the ideas are quite clear, we're not actually addressing this book to a group like you. We're trying to get this to a much wider audience. We're trying to get this not necessarily to the non-believers. You know, there's going to be 20% there who are, you know, I'm in it for the profit in the short term, and I don't care about climate change or other things. We're not necessarily after that 20%. But if we could reach, I don't know, 50%, 60% of the business community by writing a book that is at once a compelling story with new insights, new ways of thinking, and has the underlying scholarship so that people who will critically look at this will say, okay, you know, this is done in a way that meets the standards of good research, and then is told in an accessible way so that it's a story that, you know, doesn't require a great deal of advanced knowledge of any kind. Then we have a chance of reaching a much larger audience. And we have really huge, as Fred was saying, we really have huge ambitions for this book. That this will then become, you know, used in business schools and management schools around the world, and read by business leaders around the world. Could be pushed, you know, through by pushed is the wrong word. Will be pulled into the Family Business Network and other such networks who are trying to influence their members to see a way forward that is in their self-interest and that embodies the imperative.
Can I just add a word about family business? I belong to a network of multi-generation family business, and that's a sector that I'm focusing on, because multi-generation family business has to think in generations, a very long-term, and after a few generations, a relationship factor becomes very important for sustainability, constant evolution, relationship worlds are shifting, and they're also looking at ways to evolve. And for family business, it is something that inherently they will echo to the foundation of really long-term alignment to the world. And family business, of course, multi-generations much less, but they control the 70% of business. Although we hear about the big business, but actually at a quantum size of both employment and economic contribution, family business control the majority of business. So we can get into the family business as humans and understanding this evolutionary process that we need to move away from the lower zone to the higher zone of connectivity. It's easier because they know the complexity of family and business interlinked and the importance of relational management.